The fact that our world-class city and our amazing airport had this oversight is astounding to me.
So what's the problem with the new terminal at Hartsville-Jackson? Next, after Daylight.
What is wrong with this picture? A local woman says there's a glaring oversight at Atlanta's new international terminal. Do you see it? Oversight. That's what an 11 Live viewer thought when she ran into some trouble at Hartsville-Jackson's new international terminal. She sent me this photograph we're about to show you here, this one, documenting what was wrong. Do you see a problem there? No ramp or curb cutout for her husband who's in a wheelchair. A huge oversight, she says, when you consider the Americans with Disabilities Act.
I couldn't believe it.
Elle Dyer and her husband are well-traveled. And last night, her husband Jody, a businessman who's been in a wheelchair for more than 40 years, was grabbing a flight to their second home in France. But
20 plus years after the Americans with Disabilities Act, I simply could not believe that there was not a curb cut.
The original terminal has crosswalks for easy access, and so does the arrival section of the new terminal. But it's missing from departures in the new concourse.
Curb cuts are not just for wheelchairs. We push a baby stroller up. Think about your luggage.
She posted her frustration on Facebook and reached out to the airport on Twitter. The airport's response was the same one 11 Alive received. Our intentions were for vehicles dropping off passengers in a wheelchair to pull directly up to the curb and deploy the wheelchair ramp or lift. This would allow the wheelchair to exit directly onto the curb as opposed to dropping passengers into the roadway. But that didn't work for the Dyers since Jody was behind the wheel.
My husband drives. He's been in a wheelchair since the auto accident as a teenager, but he's extremely able-bodied.
So Elle had to step in to get Jody into the new terminal.
My husband's about 150 pounds. His chair is about 25 pounds. I literally had to lift him and the chair up onto the curb.
Tonight, the airport told 11 Alive, we are now working on additional options for handicap access, and we shall share these with you as soon as they are confirmed.
That just is wonderful. That is wonderful. This is so basic. The fact that our world-class city and our amazing airport had this oversight is astounding to me. It makes me very sad.
Sad and also motivated to force some change. She's already filed a claim with the FAA against the Atlanta airport about this lack of easy curbside access for the handicapped. Now, it's very important to point out the new international terminal is fully ADA compliant and there are handicap parking sections in the parking decks.